Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're gonna, well, hold on a second. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. All my returning viewers, you know how we do. We screw up sometimes, and sometimes it's not my fault. So this is one of those points where we did the little mini flight run through of the Grangestones. I did all 4 of the videos, and I had them edited. I had them uploaded. And I was in the process of scheduling, and when I got to the final of the 4, the sherry cask finish, it disappeared. It wasn't there. When I was scheduling them, I went down the line and picked them and was going to put it in there. I did 1, I did 2 and 3, and when I did do the final one, it wasn't there. I've searched through my entire library. I think, well, maybe I misspelled it. Maybe something like that happens. It happens. I misspell it. Maybe there's an extra letter or -1 letter, and the search function just doesn't seem to want to work. So I tried every variation and still came up empty. So I went back through the time chronologically as they were uploaded. Not there. Not on my phone. Not on my hard drive. It's nowhere. Anywhere I tried to back it up or have it put up, it was gone. It happens. It happened late. Or all my returning long-term viewers, all my long-term viewers know this happened twice before, and it gave me a knee-jerk reaction to just open the floodgates and let everything I had out. I'm kind of at that point right now. I've got a lot of videos that have been edited, uploaded, and scheduled, and I'm real nervous about losing these videos because sometimes you can't redo them because you only got 1 bottle. And I mean, you can always go back like I did this time. I went back and I got the bottle to try this again. But anywho, today's video is going to be concluding the mini flight of the Grangestone Highland single malts. This is the sherry cask finish, double matured, 40% alcohol by volume. Get you a look at the backside there. So we'll do this once again. I don't mind. Oh boy, let's go ahead. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Now, I'm quite interested in seeing how exactly this one, I mean, yes, we did it, and yes, it wasn't that long ago, but here we go. Yes. So you are getting a significant amount of sherry influence on the nose. I'm comparing this one to that first one that I had. Not the number 1 over here, but this exact same one that we'd done previously. So, Highland single malts. I will drink just about any single malt Scotch. I will at least give it a try. There are some out of Highland that I just don't care for because it's got a particular type of character, flavor profile. It's just not my thing. So I won't say I will never try them, but I will not prioritize them. How about that? I have not done a Lowlands in quite some time. I think I need to try and be fair, you know, fair's fair. Try and find me a Lowland. If you got a suggestion, if you've gone through my library and you see that there's a Lowland which you really enjoy, and you think because you watch the videos and you understand my sort of flavor profile, my preferences, and you have a Lowland to recommend me, please go ahead and drop that in the comment section. Always love the comments. That's what I'm here for. That's what I keep looking back for, is for those comments. Okay, so the nose is still pretty good. It's got sort of a acidic, sort of soapy, high-end kind of thing on it after that sherry. But I'm going deep. I'm really trying to see if I can get something different out of there. But just like a couple inches under the nose, you can get the sherry. Everything sort of like comes apart and loosens up as it comes out of the glass, and that's like the perfect place to get it. This is a nice nose. Yeah, it was very much so the same as the previous one that it did. So let's go ahead and get this on the palate. Very juicy. A lot of fruit right up front. A lot of fruit. That fruit starts to die down. Now I'm getting spice, oak. I'm getting some oaky. And the flavor, that very nice, crisp, robust fruit flavors have gone away. Now I'm getting, after the spice starts to die down, I'm getting some of the maybe darker fruit, maybe some deeper, more mellow characters. And immediately, now I'm starting to get, there's some heat starting to build up in the back end. Let's go ahead and get that second one and see what it really has to say. Yep, it's got some pretty good, but messy, but good viscosity. Transfers really well to the mouth, the palate. So that one, excuse me, after the acclimation palating, it gets better. That's why I always try and do that. The acclimation palating. I'll take that little one. I'll make sure it opens up. My palate opens up. We sort of get acclimated, we get used to it. And I'll talk and I'll work the mouth and the cheeks and the gums and the tongue. And I'll work all that out. It's one of my biggest, I guess, pet peeves, if you will, about individuals who try a whiskey or something and right off the rip, the first pour out of the bottle, they don't like it and it's a goner. It's you didn't even give it a chance. You didn't give it a fair shake. I would say if you went to the time and you spent the money to buy the bottle, you might as well go through it. Go through it properly. You might change your mind. I have changed my mind on probably a handful of bottles. I didn't care too much for it off the rip, but I gave it some time. I gave it some space. We came back together, and yeah, we settled our differences, and I emptied that bottle. All right, so let's go ahead. That's a big finish, but let's do it. I do apologize about that long pause, but it was a big finish. I didn't want to rush it. Took a while to work through it properly. Okay, I'm getting a good amount of sherry. Buttery sherry all over the tongue, all over the mouth, the cheeks, the gums. The roof of the mouth actually is getting some action. And that's a rarity. That's kind of a rarity. It is juicy. It's delicious. Like I said, initially, you're just, I wouldn't say blasted, but you're completely covered. The entire mouth and palate is covered in buttery sherry. Now I'm getting a lot of spice, a lot of oaky, spicy, tingliness, numbness. The heat in the back is starting to build up. We're pushing a 2 here. This is pretty nice. I have to say, I think I appreciate this one better than the original, the first time around I had this. Cheeks, gums, some flavoring coming back on the lips. I don't think that back end is going to push too much higher. It's like almost a 2.5. It's got some strength. Excuse me. That heat wants to come back out. I'm going to say I think this was better. This one, the second one here is better than the original one I had done in the original mini flight. I will have to change my mind on that now. Just like I said just a moment ago. Give it a fair shake. Try it a few times. Maybe get a regular bottle and go through it. Share it. If you off the rip, if you have something off the rip, you just can't seem to like get around. Share it. Take it with you to a grouping, a meeting, or whatever. Share with friends. Have somebody over. Go to a grouping, a party, or whatever, and work it down. Work it down to about halfway. Even if you have to. Well, I don't suggest this, but if you can't do all the other suggestions and you have no other option, maybe pour it in half into another bottle. I wanted to say pour half of it in the sink, but I'm like, no, don't do that. Trust me. Because if you end up liking it at the halfway point, you're like, man, I poured half a bottle of this out. So maybe split the bottle. Get a full 750, split it in half in a separate container, bottle, mason jar, whatever you have. An old milk jug. But give it plenty of time and space for it to open up. When it relaxes and the alcohol and it off gases, it releases. It's all those flavor characters are like fingers tightened in a fist. And once you open it, you get halfway, you let it breathe, it opens up. Jazz hands. Yeah, it gets pretty nice. It gets better. It changes. It's different. If it doesn't, it's probably loaded with glycerin and flavoring. So yeah, we're not going to score it because that's not what we do on the mini flights. We're just dipping our toes in the water, getting to know this stuff. And I think I might actually go back to this full 750 and give it a fair shake. There's a few in that. I think there was two. This one and I think one other one was worth giving it a second look at a full bottle. But there it is. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And while you're there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Growing every day. And yeah. In the comment section, love to know what you think. Have you had a Grangestone? They're only available at Total Wine and More. So that's unfortunate if you don't have one of those near you. You'd probably have to have it shipped to you from somewhere. Someone maybe can do that for you. Maybe I could do that for you. I don't know. Let's talk about it. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I'm going to say that's a pretty good one.